say what it is. I'd like 3 volunteers. I'd like 3 very willing volunteers, please. Okay, 3 boys, okay? Okay.
Mother! Yes, you go, chair.
So Karen's going to come up.
Oh!
Karen, in her very officious HR experience, is going to interview. Is going to interview for an elfin safety officer to help Santa. Okay, so it's a very important role, and Karen is going to ask you questions, and then we're going to judge. Who deserves the prize?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask the same question, Dave. Yes. So question 1. What's safe working pressure for a reindeer before you sit behind them?
Safe working
Pressure
for a reindeer.
for a reindeer before you sit behind them.
Who's the question directed at first?
Jerry, is he so?
First of all, I think, Cam, you've got to be aware that they work at height, so the first regulation would be the working at height regulation, so it was brought in 1999. So, obviously, if it's pressure, you perhaps talk about what type of pressure. Is it bar or is it per square inch? Now, I know that it all depends with the pressure, because you're behind the reindeer. It's linked to what you feed them beforehand too. So the pressure may go up if you feed them Brussels sprouts, for example, and the pressure could be minimal if you feed them with hay. So that all depends on that. And my experience of health and safety is that just feed them with light bits of hay, and the pressure should be round about 3 bars, 3 to 4 bars, or about 200 psi.
Follow that! It's too many sprouts. I think it's important that you actually feed. I disagree with my other attendee or interviewee. I think you should feed them more, because if you're running behind, obviously you need the Brussels sprouts and everything else to kick in to give you that gas boost so you can scoot on and get to all the kids. With regards to, you just need to make sure that you have a safety mask on. Obviously you're going to feed them those Brussels sprouts and the gas and the kicking on, and hard hat in case they think they're up in Ballymena spreading the feeds or something. So I would say a hard hat and a mask, and feed them plenty.
I don't agree with that one with the mask, because of the regulations.
You're not a fireman tonight.
This is an health and safety job. The mask that's not protective enough. You need a closed circuit, 160 bar. Extended duration, breathe upright, sit.
Yes, well, first of all, as it happens to McDonald's, I would obviously make sure I have the health or the health of the reindeer at foremost of my mind. And first of all, make sure the reindeer has the right equipment, and to imagine the high speed of the reindeer as well, and obviously make sure it has the right sort of goggles as well, especially if it's going through any sort of areas that might come into some sort of snow. Make sure it's got the blinkers and stuff on as well, so it's really focused on delivering all around the planet. And also has to make sure it has all the right equipment in terms of the right food as well. And another thing I would make sure if I was given the job of health safety, make sure the reindeer has a parachute, just in case the magic dust suddenly fails. Of course it won't fail, but there's always that precaution. As being an health and safety officer, you can never take health and safety serious enough. So just have as much precautions as you can, and make sure there's all the parachutes, and making sure there's all the right safety equipment. Ensure that it's accessibility of all the presence.
So, thank you all. Next question, and I'll give this to Stephen first of all. Tell me how you check that the brakes are working before starting on a fully loaded sledge.
See, that's perfect for me now, because I know the brakes never work for me. So I would get the mechanic to make sure that the brakes are up to scratch, because he knows what I'm like as a Santa at driving, and he knows that there'll have to be extra brakes put in. So the brakes, new brake pads and new brake discs, and make sure the wheels are sleds anti-skid, and
your other fancy.
Colin, you can have the job now.
Well, another thing you have to maybe bear in mind is whenever Santa's actually on the sleigh, and just the sleigh, for example, is on the snow, Santa has to get out and he has to go out and stop the sleigh, he has to put one foot there and one foot there. So I would make sure his boots have extra rubber soles, because whenever he has to stop, he has to go like that to put his foot down. If you imagine being on a bike for someone, if you were away, you have to put your foot down if you want to stop. So Santa has to make sure he has extra safety boots, at least maybe 4 or 5 inches to stop all the rubber from burning whenever he's trying to slow the sleigh down.
I'm quite disappointed in the two candidates. They failed to mention the first law in health and safety, and that is that before testing brakes, they should all have their seatbelts on. So there's no point testing your brakes if Santa, when he tests the brakes, goes north. You know, there should be seatbelts on. So that's the first thing. So disappointed with that. I think we're just showing their ignorance there.
We're too busy cleaning the sailboats.
But what you do is you just hit them as hard as you can under health and safety regulations, and you go full pelt until they take off, and then you just test your brakes. But the other thing that they forgot to say, you must ensure your brake lights are working.
Next question, Colin. When it's safe to do so, can you show me how you switch on your get rid of headlights?
Okay, well first of all I want to point out Ralph doesn't need headlights, as you're very aware, it has a very bright and shiny nose. So I think that's actually very important, because whenever we flying through the air, you don't want to dazzle people. You see, by flashing headlights, you run that risk of dazzling all the households and light up in the whole neighbourhood, and obviously waking up all the kids and stuff as well. If you imagine through maybe 100 miles an hour, you have these big bright lights, he's going to wake up all the children. So that's exactly why I would go for the opposite side of that, and I would ensure health and safety regulations are fully met by avoiding people being dazzled. So therefore I would make sure Mural's nose is extremely bright and red to prevent people being dazzled and to ensure access delivery of all the presents.
Very disappointed again. He's obviously failed to read the latest health and safety, is that Rudolph's nose is just you need lights with that too, I'm afraid. So the lights is not enough, and that was brought in about 1998. So the nose is great, it's brilliant and it's very bright, but you still need headlights. Oh yeah, that's easy, yeah. But you've got to be very, very careful, you see, because you have to crawl over the other 4 reindeers, and you make your way across, holding on. Remember, you've got the parachute, just in case you fall off, and you make your way along each saddle, and you go along, and all you do is just grab the ears and just tweak them down, and then they'll come on. And that's the Mark 1 sleigh. If you have a Mark 2 sleigh, you don't need to go to the end of the row, you just go to the first 2 reindeers. And then what I have, the Mark 3, there's a big huge button, and you just press it. It's a bit like a nose, and you just press it, and they'll come on automatically.
See, these 2 are obviously not staying up with regulations, because we now have heat-seeking mask on, and Rudolph has a heat-seeking mask and infrared, so we know exactly where we're going. We don't need the headlamps. So health and safety, climbing over reindeers in the middle of the sky. That's sort of health and safety. Health and safety officer, are you planning?
But that's a Mark 1 in 50.
That's a Mark 1. We just hit down the phasers, and then when we go, like a jet pilot, it's like climbing over sort of health and safety.
So, as an health and safety officer, do you think Santa's sleigh should be fitted with an airbag?
First of all, I don't actually think Santa needs an airbag, because obviously throughout the year all the mince pies and stuff he eats and all turkeys and like got plenty of protection anyway. So I don't think an airbag was particularly effective. So being a health and safety officer, I would just make sure that Santa has a few extra mince pies this year, and that would ensure he's got a bigger cushion and a bit more, I feel like a bit more oomph, just to make sure if the worst does happen, he wouldn't feel any impact, because he's had so much turkey, he's drank so much beer, and he's got plenty of cushion already, just to make sure that Santa is fully safe.
Oh, I think the sleigh and the reindeer should have 2 airbags, and one, we have to be careful with kids' toys here, so we need to surround them with airbags so as the toys don't get damaged. We don't want kids waking up in the morning with no toys, all broke. and the other airbag is directly behind Rudolph in case the sport's kicking. Here we go.
Of course, the airbags come under what's called SRS, which is something like restraint systems. And they're quite good to have on sleighs. Of course, now there's way beyond what these two are talking about. You get the side curtains as well, and they will, if Santa slides to one side, they will go off and help any sideways collisions. But I must say I'm disappointed again because in charge of health and safety for Santa, I've been making sure that he has lots of advice and safety so he never has a collision, because we want to prevent these things from happening in the first place. Prevention department.
Stick together.
That's his colleague there, he's getting a job.
Why is it important to have a windscreen on the sledge, Jerry?
Oh yeah, I mean, health and safety. If you've ever been up there at night, it's horrendous. Sometimes I would go out in the sleigh at night just on a trial run before Santa goes in it. And you get, I mean, it's very, very cold and your teeth and it's not freezing and stuff, you know. So it's good to have a windscreen, but a heated windscreen as well. Again, goggles. You can take the goggles off if you've got a nice windscreen. Don't need goggles.
Yeah, I think I agree. I mean, it is very important to have a nice heated windscreen as well, especially if you're, imagine, sort of flying through the air, and you do get bits of like dust and bits of grit and grime and stuff as well. So it's very important to have, and also maybe a self-cleaning windscreen as well. I was appointed to health and safety officer. I would make sure that the windscreen is self-cleaning, all the magic dust as well. As soon as a wee bit of dirt hits it, the magic disappears and it sort of disintegrates all the dirt and all the grime. So not only will it protect Santa, but having a nice clean windscreen, you'll be able to see very clearly as he goes through the air to the presents. So a nice clean and protective windscreen would be very important, I think.
No, I don't think it's important now because we're turning it into a spaceship. It has infrared, it has headlamps. Kids are looking out and they think it's a Coca-Cola lorry coming down the street rather than a Santa's sledge. No, how did Santa get by for thousands and thousands of years with bits flying through? That's the magic dust. Are you missing that? No, definitely not. No windscreen on my behalf. Jerry's got the job anyway.
Santa is very much a lone worker with risky environments all around, with confined spaces per access, plus the hazards that might be inside someone's home. With the risk of carrying a massive sack of toys around with him, health and safety say carry more than 10% of your body weight, folks. Should Santa reduce the size and the amount of Christmas presents to comply? So the rules are not to carry more than 10% of your body weight.
That's why he eats so much. So as he puts on more weight every year, and then he can bring more presents out every year. That's what he's doing there. Everybody thinks he's just eating them mince pies because he's because they're left for him. He has to keep the weight up so as he can bring 10% every year. There you go.
Another thing, if I was appointed to health and safety officer, I would ensure Santa has been on a manual handling course. They're under regulation, Article 41, Manual Handling Act. I would make sure that Santa has been appropriately trained in how to deliver and how to appropriately carry presents, and make sure there's levers involved, make sure there's trolleys, make sure there's proper wheels and stuff as well. So therefore, he wouldn't be carrying the stuff on his back because it'll all be propelled automatically, using like wheels and lots of mechanics and lots of physics and like levers and things like that. And therefore he'd be able to carry as many presents as he wanted to carry, because he would make sure all the presents would be all properly accounted for in terms of trolleys and stuff. So it'd be, I'm actually thinking, if I was appointed the health and safety officer, my idea would be Santa to use like minimum effort to deliver maximum results.
Mr. Interviewer, can I say something before we go on to our last client here? Christmas not meant to be fun.
Health and safety has to be a big part of it.
Health and safety just went through the roof.
Why are you applying for the job? Jerry?
Yeah, although Colin
Are
was,
you not, are you disappointed with us two again? Don't get that.
no, he's 99% accurate with his description of the manual handling regulations. Because if you look at the small print, he was wrong on that one. The small print says that you don't need levers and wheels and all the stuff if you're carrying weight in emergency situations. And Christmas Eve and into Christmas Day is classed as the one and only emergency situation, so therefore the manual handling regulations don't count on that day, so he's fine, he can crack on.
I would now like to the floor to see if there are any questions that you would like to ask the delegates.
Embarrassing if you ever done the late.
I'd just like to ask actually, why did you apply for the job?
We're very passionate about health and safety. I want to make sure Santa is fully protected. I want to make sure Santa is fully protected and he's always there for generations to come.
I applied for a job because I thought it'd be crack. Flying through the sky and dodging snowballs and getting mince pies and drinking mulled wine and seeing all that the mothers in their Santa outfits waiting on the Christmas. That's why I applied for it.
Very
Here we go.
disappointed.
Oh, he's disappointed.
I never ever drink on the job. Never. And as you can see by my answers, I've studied health and safety for years and years. I know the regulations inside out, but most of all, I really love the suit.
Can I ask a question? Can you tell me, how can you ensure that Santa will arrive? Like, what will you put in place to make sure that Santa arrives and delivers these needed presents to all these kids who need these presents? So, what would you put in place? What systems would you put in place to make sure that Santa arrived?
Can I end it?
Sorry, Steve, yeah.
A working clock, Mr. Rooney.
Good start.
That's it.
That's it. Okay.
See,
I can see you're not getting the job.
some people say that health and safety's gone stupid, and it has done. I think it was quite a stupid question. Because what we're doing, Kevin, is you're just putting in systems for system's sake. Santa's been delivering for years and years and years. He's well rehearsed in it, and he doesn't need any additional health and safety for that regard. And that's under section 185 Santa Regulations, Article 2, paragraph 3.
But I would point out that if you read the small print, you would find that he has to have a drive to arrive policy.
Well, that's been reviewed at the moment. And the drive to arrive policy isn't quite in place at the moment, Kevin. So it's defunct until we're looking at a brand new policy in line with the PSNI elves.
So just make sure that obviously we're fully aware of all the health and safety policies, and then just make sure that we follow all the rules and regulations just to ensure that Santa arrives pretty safe and sound.
You're my new leader. Don't let anyone else go by.
Any further
Any questions
questions?
for the role of health and safety? Health and safety, is it?
Will we now do a vote as to
Yes,
who
think so.
it's going to take?
Let's do it A without paper there.
Yeah, good
No,
luck.
no, we'll do it now.
Alright, I thought we were getting a piece of paper. That's fine.
To choose you.
Right.
Okay,
I
30
think
seconds.
I think I'm going to be the
15.
best advocate candidate because we look at these other two candidates. One's done who's talking about, and the other one is far, far too serious for the role of health and safety officer. Now, you and I know Santa loves having fun. Yes, but he has fun in the right environment. He doesn't want someone who sticks by the rules, very, very rigid, and does all this blah, 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 blah. It's all about fun and excitement. And I will be the best advocate because I have the best idea about the braking system. I know about the windscreen. I know about the magic dust. And I've got lots of other experience about making sure Santa will be fully protected and making sure he delivers all the presents on time.
I'm actually taking my application back now. I obviously found out I'm not qualified for the job because I thought it was a bit of crack more than having a bit of a party. But my candidate on the left here, he thinks it's a complete health and safety, which it probably is, and so either give it to him or him. I was taking my application out of the
I'm disappointed at that. No, I'm not going to take 30 seconds because I don't need it, because I am an health and safety expert. Santa and everyone associated with them, the reindeers, the sleigh, his timings, the windscreen, you name it, I've got it covered. Thank you for the job.
So, what do you call it? A clap on? Okay. So, Colin deserves the role as Health and Safety Officer. Please. Stephen deserves it. Jerry. Okay, can I just check again? So it's between Colin and Jerry. Colin? Okay, he's job sharing.